Okay, in this video, I'm going to be going over how to shade the red orange and the fade from light blue to dark blue, and how to apply the yellow. And the next video, I'll go over these glass tones if you have them in your piece, but I'm just going to show you how I want you to shade and how meticulous it needs to be, how soft it needs to be, and how layered it needs to be, and how sharpened your pencil needs to be. Okay, so in order to get this red orange right here, what I'm gonna do is over my white, which I could probably thicken up a little bit, I'm gonna do tiny, tiny, tiny circles of red. And this is gonna be a base coat over the white for the red orange. So I'm not trying to skip too many areas. I want a smooth, consistent base layer. It's not very thick. Looks like I might need, there is another highlight over here. We can intensify our highlights. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the orange, and your pencil needs to be very, very sharpened. Just very lightly, using the sharp end of the pencil. Tiny, tiny circles. So before I began this, I did do a little bit of practice to figure out my colors. So I'm absolutely certain, so you might want to practice first on the back. You don't have to draw a whole marble, but if you want to practice, then you can get your color matching done first and then add it on in there. So I am going into this other area. You know, you can do red first or orange first, but I felt comfortable doing the red first. So make sure that you go in and smooth all of it out. You can, if you need to brighten it a little bit, you can blend a little bit more white into it. Notice that the orange on the very edge is a little bit lighter, so I put a white line there. Okay, now for the blue. So for this corner area, it's a little bit lighter. I put a little bit of True Blue. Okay, now for the dark one. Okay, so what I want you to take away from here is that in order to blend these colors, no matter what they are, they have to be applied in small, circular, soft shading. So you don't want to press very hard. You don't want to work with a big, fat, unsharpened pencil. You want a very, very sharpened pencil tip, and you want to work in a very small motion in order to get the detail. So what I would do is, depending on your marbles, I know they're all very different and they have a lot of variety, is, once you get all your white base coats in, experiment with your colors and then go in and try to match those colors and blend them in as best you can. And then we'll talk about doing these glass areas next. Now for a marble like this one, I would definitely use the indigo. And the indigos don't come in your 12 set, you have to check them out. I can experiment with drawing indigo little tiny circles, but even if you had a green marble that had a dark area, using indigo is a great idea. Because when you start to blend white with this indigo, it will pull through some of these brighter colors in here. So you really just have to experiment, but it's all about taking your time, doing smooth, circular blending layers that are very light, and being really meticulous about the detail and not rushing. So I don't want to rush into showing you the color matching, but this light blue in here, or even using white, would look very nice with that. Okay, so some of these highlights need some more work, but we have plenty of time for that. Okay, we will watch part 3 next.